Having second thoughts about buying Last Epoch? Then let's figure out if this game is worth your hard-earned money. With so many action RPGs coming out recently, it can be confusing to choose one that's worth devoting your time and money. When it comes to buying games, I'm very careful. I usually wait for a sale and only buy games that offer plenty of content that's worth the cash. However, Last Epoch is a game that I bought without hesitation, because I knew this game is worth it. So in this quick guide, I'll help you figure out if this game is worth playing right now. What is Last Epoch? Last Epoch is an ARPG developed by a small indie studio. It's been in early access on Steam for a couple of years, and the 1.0 is expected to come out soon. If you're familiar with popular ARPGs like Diablo and Path of Exile, you'll feel right at home playing Last Epoch. In fact, Last Epoch looks and feels a lot like Path of Exile. Except this game is much more solo-friendly and doesn't force you to spend real money. Last Epoch features gameplay similar to Diablo and Poe. And it's all about planning your builds and grinding for loot, just like any other ARPG. Last Epoch vs. Diablo 3. Comparing Last Epoch to Diablo 3 is not a fair comparison. Mostly because Diablo 3 was developed by a giant studio with hundreds of developers, while Last Epoch is made by an indie team. Even though Last Epoch feels just as good as Diablo 3. Actually, I'd even say it's better than D3. After going through several different updates and enhancements during the early access period, Last Epoch now looks stunning. The graphics in Last Epoch is incredible, and the gameplay feels well polished as well. If you're bored of Diablo 3, Last Epoch is a great game you can jump into. Great solo campaign. The campaign in Last Epoch is not very impressive, but it's interesting enough to keep you progressing your character. What I loved about the campaign is how it takes you to different biomes with entirely different environments. You'll even travel to ancient worlds with dinosaurs as well. Each biome has different enemies. Each boss battle is quite unique. And in each area, you are challenged with refining your build to survive. Loot everywhere. Nothing's more important to me than the loot. And there's plenty of that in Last Epoch. There are dozens of different weapons available for each class in the game. Even though they aren't as diverse, you'll have fun trying them out. Crafting gear in the game is also much simpler and beginner-friendly than most other RPGs. Many classes and builds to experiment with. Each class has master classes that you can unlock as you progress through the game. These master classes give unique skills to your character to incorporate into your build. This adds tons of replayability to the game. You can play different classes trying out different mastery and experiment with different builds. You could easily spend hours upon hours in this game. Is Last Epoch worth buying? One thing I did not like about Last Epoch was fashion. When you wear different armor in the game, it doesn't really make a difference to the way your character looks. The developers are introducing cosmetics into the game as a solution to this. They will likely be microtransactions. Either way, the game is well worth buying. If you enjoy games with tons of loot, you'll definitely enjoy Last Epoch. If you had fun playing Diablo 3 or Path of Exile, you'll have fun playing Last Epoch. If you like testing characters with different builds, you'll have plenty to do in Last Epoch. Keep in mind that it's still in early access and developers will likely keep adding more content to the game for many more years ahead.